Yeah, I think
Rocco, you're muted.
All right, gotcha. All right. Hear me now?
Yes, sir. Have you
Okay.
now?
Yeah, I think first of all, just congratulate Notre Dame. Finding a way to win there at the end. Things that we're still learning and we got to be able to do. But I told our guys in our locker room that I was proud of them, but I was really proud of them but how they handled the week this week. We were in this game, had an opportunity at the end here to get a victory. But what I was most proud of is the way we handled this week. The guys came in and did a lot of things better this week in their preparation, how they handle themselves. And, those are things we got to get a lot better at, if we want to have a successful program. And that's what we're looking at, a program of having a great success. And so, but it starts on a daily basis. And then the guys went out and competed today. I thought our defense did a much better job limiting big plays today. They tackled a lot better. We still missed some tackles, but they tackled a lot better. They gave ourselves a chance, and then offensively, we didn't have very many plays at all today. Some of the fewest amount of plays that I believe I've ever ran in a game. I think 45 plays, and so they did a great job of staying on the field, and we didn't do as good a job with that. We had a couple penalties late in the second half that hurt us offensively, that put us behind the sticks, and it's hard to against a good defense to get first downs when you have that situation happen, but. Our guys came out and played hard and did a lot of great things that we can build off of as we head to next week.
Questions for Coach?
Hey, Scott, this is Cameron with the Courier Journal. When you look at what you guys did offensively today, I know you said you didn't run a lot of plays, but just what did you think maybe went wrong, or what was Notre Dame doing to kind of stifle you guys offensively?
Well, we were 3 for 9 and 1 for 1 on fourth down, as you look at that. So that's, 4 for 10, 40%, which is not great. It's probably average there. We just didn't have a lot of opportunities. I thought they did a great job. They had a 96-yard drive there, or close to a 96. They had to settle for the field goal. Then in the fourth quarter, they got the ball with 7.5 minutes to go. We don't get it back. They had a lot of really good drives, which we didn't have very many opportunities. And, I think for us, you have to be able to get the first downs and sustain those. We were going against a really good defense. I think number one in third down defense in the ACC coming in at 18%, which and ended up limiting opportunities for us offensively. We ended up getting a lot of long yardage situations on third down, which is hard to be able to convert those. We got to do a better job on first down. I thought they did a good job to stuffing the run, and particularly in the first half. We couldn't get anything going on that 1st and 10. You got to be able to get some yards on 1st and 10 in order to give yourself a chance on third down. So we obviously got to do a lot better job within that scenario.
Scott, Rick Bose at your WDRB. What did you see that you went for the onside kick, and what was the explanation of why you guys didn't keep the ball?
Well, we just, film coming in this week. We're always trying to find ways on special teams to maybe try to steal a possession. We had just taken the lead, thought it was a great opportunity. We were kicking into the wind. You feel like you're probably not going to get a very deep kick anyway. And then you're just trying to catch up of their up guys, maybe not paying attention and running back for the return. And it was a good kick. But what ended up happening was our guy ended up making contact with their frontline player before the ball went 10 yards. And that was the ruling once they went back and got it. The ball actually went 10 yards and we fell on it. That was all legal. But prior to the ball going 10 yards, our guy made contact right before the ball went to 10 yards.
Scott, Michael McCammon from Cardinal Authority. You mentioned you need to do a better job on first down. You guys were pretty committed to Javion on that first down. But Notre Dame was stuffing you pretty consistently on that. What was the thought process about being consistent on that first down play, and how did you thought that it went today?
Well, they did a good job with our very first play of the game. Hawkins almost broke it, really one block away from breaking it all the way. And so then after that in the first half, when you got another first down, then you're thinking, hey, we got an opportunity. Let's, again, we script our first 10 plays. So when you get the first down, it's kind of what ends up falling on the call sheet. with that, and we mixed run and pass within that 10 plays. So, the way it worked out, it probably was more run the way it worked out. We didn't get to the call sheet. We didn't get through the 10 plays until the second half, which that's never happened for me, and we call those plays on first and second down. So it tells you the amount of plays we ran in the first half. In the second half, we were calling a little bit more pass plays on first and 10. And, but it's a cat and mouse game. You're trying to figure out ways to get the ball down the field, but we just didn't have many opportunities, is the bottom line.
Scott, Cameron again. You mentioned scripting those plays, and you said you didn't get through them until the second half. Is there a point where you're just like, okay, we got to go away from the script because it's so late in the game, or is that something that you stick with regardless?
Well, again, it's the first time we've ever had. I call the 10th play in the second half, the first play of the second half. So that's very unusual. We study these plays. We study it all week, and you find these plays that you think are going to be really good plays against them, and some of them were. We just didn't convert the third downs in the first half and able to get all plays off the sheet. And, so, yeah, we felt like you had a good plan. You just stick with it. I mean, we've never had to go away from that with that scenario.
Carter, you can ask your question.
Thanks. Hey, Scott, this is Carter Carls with the South Bend Tribune. How did you kind of approach Notre Dame's offense from a schematic sense? And then how did you feel like the defense handled them today?
Well, we knew they were wanting to run the football, so we better have enough guys around the ball in order to try to stop that run. I mean, their running back still had, 127 yards on 25 carries, which he's had a solid day. But I think for the most part, we limited those big plays, and that was the whole key, and to have enough hats around the football. I thought, then when we got into passing scenarios, I thought our guys did a really good job with that. We didn't create a ton of pressure. I think Monty Montgomery had a couple of sacks early in the game, but our DBs, I thought, played a better job on the back end of defending the passes and making those passes contested. And so that was a big difference in the game, which we haven't done much of that in this year. But I think just loading the box and having a couple extra hats around the ball was the difference.
Hey, Scott, Michael McCammon again. Notre Dame had only allowed 3 sacks coming into this game. You guys, more than doubled that today. Did you guys see something in the game week preparation that you felt might give you an opportunity to get more pressure on Book?
I don't think not necessarily, though. I think that we know coming in, we have not had as many sacks as we'd like to have. And so, coming in, I thought our guys did a great job with the plan of knowing when to bring pressure and to giving them some different looks to be able to bring some linebackers to get in the backfield, because, we're having a hard time when we just rush our defensive line to get to the quarterback. So, I thought tonight or this afternoon, we did a better job of dialing up some pressures and then getting our linebackers involved with the pass rush. And I think that was one of the main differences, being able to get to the quarterback.
Scott, this is Cameron again. Coming out of the halftime, Malik had a pretty good drive. I mean, he seemed pretty decisive. I think he only had 2 incompletions in the game. Just give me your thoughts on his performance, and kind of if you thought, obviously you wanted to run the ball, but if you thought you needed to give him more responsibility as the game went on.
Well, I thought at halftime we came up with a pretty good plan coming back out, knowing that we're going to get the ball, and we ended up with a big drive going down there, and got a 4th down conversion, which was huge in order to keep that drive going. We throw a nice rail route to Hawkins down the sideline, almost scored, and then of course scored on the next play. But very efficient today. We wanted to have a good, efficient plan. We knew coming in that they do a good job of staying back in their cover 3 look. Their corners and safeties are very deep, so they don't give up many big plays at all. And so we had a plan of throwing the ball underneath and trying to convert that way. And I think that's why Malik was better in his completion percentage. We just didn't have as many big plays as we'd have liked. I think coming out of that, they did a good job of making tackles when we did break one out on the throw, but. Certainly looking back on it, probably, maybe throw it a little bit more on first down as you look back on the game. But again, when you don't even run 50 plays, I mean, it's hard to get in any kind of rhythm throwing the ball. We threw it, we ended up throwing the ball 21 times, and you only have the ball shoot 45 plays and we threw it 21. I mean, that's, about half the plays were throws. I mean, we just got to do a much better job when we do run the ball.
Scott,
two more for Coach.
again. When Malik went out, was he cramping or what happened to him?
Yeah, both. He dinged his a lower leg injury, dinged that a little bit. We got that worked out, and he had some cramping going on as well in his arm. So you didn't want to take a chance with that. If you're out there and the last drive there, and you're trying to throw the ball, and you're getting cramping going on in your throwing arm. So, and that's why we put Evan in there and got a couple plays.
Last question.
Yeah, Scott, Cameron again. Obviously, no turnovers for the offense today, but just what's the next step to getting this offense back on track, you think?
Well, just continuing to press forward with what we're trying to do, and finding ways to get the ball to the playmakers, doing a better job trying to get the running game going. Not turning the ball over was awesome. We got to continue to do that. We're not creating many turnovers, so therefore you certainly can't turn the ball over. It doesn't give yourself a chance. But by us taking care of the ball today, we gave ourselves a chance. I felt like today was maybe the first time this year that we were not killing ourselves in field position. I felt like we had pretty decent field position throughout the day. Not bad like we've been having. I feel like in the past we've been backed up so many times. So particularly today, I was worried about that coming into the game because it was very windy out here today, and that's another reason why maybe you don't throw the ball down the field as far. Maybe you have more underneath throws, kind of what we're looking at as well. So, but I think we got to continue to move on and find ways to get big plays. We last year a big play offense. This year not so much. Not as many big plays. And we got a lot of the same guys. So, continuing to find ways to get the ball down the field with these guys is what we got to continue to work on.
Great, thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.